Assalamu alaikum, girls. Good morning. Are you
Good
there?
morning. Yes, Miss. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, Miss. Not that
Okay.
fine, but
What
doing well.
happened?
I'm just not really well, that's it.
Uh, Inshallah, it will be okay. Have patience and pray all the time. Allah will
Yes, Miss.
make everything easy for
Thank you.
us. Inshallah. Zareen, how are you, dear?
I'm fine, Alhamdulillah, Miss. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Now, as we have very less number of students today, I hope they'll be joining us. Now, you tell me, girls, what was the last thing I did with you in my previous class?
Assalamu alaikum, Miss.
Walaikum salam. How are you, Alia?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Now, tell me, remind me, what was the last thing I did with you in my previous class? I was solving past paper of 2019, that I remember. But
Yes,
which
Miss.
one
We're
I did?
solving a paper.
That was 43,
I'll
maybe?
tell you. I'll tell
Good
you,
morning.
Miss.
Yeah, please take and tell me how far I have finished with you. I want to continue
Yes,
from
Miss.
there. And
Miss,
Neha,
we were doing 1943.
43 major.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, which question we reached? Checking.
I'll just check. I'll just check.
Mhm. Is it 7, 8? Which number I have reached? I don't remember actually.
Hmm.
Okay, now, yes,
Miss,
Anita, check. Okay, which number? Question number 7?
we were in question number 6 was done. 7.
Okay, we'll be doing 7 now. Fine. I'll do
Yes.
that, but before that, I want to ask you guys, all of you might have seen that notice came from the school, from our British
Yes,
Council
Miss.
coordinator. Did you send all your results? Did you already send it or are you going to send it here? Which one?
No, I'm going to send. I didn't send it yet because I haven't received my grade 8 final card with me yet. So I have to talk about it to Mr. Golam sir, and then I'll send him.
Okay, but that one will be with your homeroom teacher. Did you collect or you lost it?
No, I didn't collect.
Okay, then it will be definitely in your personal file. It will be the photocopy definitely will be in your
Exactly.
personal file.
So I'll just give the rest and then ask them to look for the.
Okay, fine. Then of course we have to go to school and check your personal file if it is like that
Yes, miss.
because we don't carry the results with us. And do you remember who was your homeroom teacher in grade 8?
Yeah, it was Miss Sonia, the economics teacher, who left.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
that's the
fine,
reason why
definitely.
I didn't
No, no, no,
receive my
no
report card. Because
problem.
I'll
It
tell
will.
you, when
So,
I joined back school, she wasn't there. So I asked my current homeroom teacher, Miss Sonia, the
mm-hmm,
computer teacher at that time.
mm-hmm,
She said that she couldn't find it because it was too old,
mm-hmm. Okay,
and they
fine.
said
At
they're
least,
looking for it.
no, it's okay. I think your homeroom teacher is having a personal file now. Even we
Mm.
don't get the original one, but we'll get the photocopy definitely. It will be your personal file because we file it up immediately after the result is published.
Yes.
So definitely it will be in the personal file. So inshallah, no problem. And what about the others? Is there anyone who already sent the result? Because you have to email to Mr. Gulam, right? Is there anyone who already sent the result to Mr. Gulam from your group?
Miss, I did.
Okay, Rahman, you already did, right?
Oh,
Okay,
me
fine.
too. I sent mine as well.
Okay, fine. Very good. No problem. So, inshallah, they are going to decide something, and of course, we'll let you know about it. Inshallah. Okay, and what about the others? I think there was a deadline, right? By today, you have to submit, right? Or tomorrow, I don't remember actually. Okay, anyway, I want all of you to send your results, inshallah. We'll come out with a good thing from there. Okay, so I want to continue with 43 May to 19 girls. Remember, we were doing in our previous class, so I want you to go to question number 7 because I need to remind me that we did till 6 in that class. Okay, so shall we continue from there? You
Yes,
have
miss.
43 May to 2019. in front of you. All of you open that and we'll do the questions from here. From 7 onwards, let us do it. Okay, now by the time you're going to find it, I want to ask you a general question, guys. As you're completing this one, and they will be sorting out a result for you. And then for the next also, like for your A level, you have to make up your mind. What are the subjects you're going to take? What you're going to do in future? Right? Some very important decisions you have to make within this month. Right? Of course, I know that when the school will reopen, then only you can join your level and all. But then also, you can do the groundwork, means talking to your parents and deciding what are you going to study in your future life. Accordingly, you'll be choosing the subject for your A level. And you know that they require minimum 3 subjects for getting an A level degree. If you want, you can go for 4 subjects also. It's up to you, right? So I think you should think about it, which are the subjects you are comfortable, even though you did not write the IGCSE paper, but you have the idea that how you love the subject, how you are getting the subject, things, right? So accordingly, you think about it, you talk to your parents, and then you will decide about it. And you know that in our school, we have the edexcel A level, right? So you know that you have 2 types of A level. One is edexcel A level, another one Cambridge A level. So which one you want to continue with, and if you're continuing in our school, which of the subjects you'll be taking. So do all this groundwork at this time. Think about it, the subjects you are comfortable with. Accordingly, what are you going to study in your future life? That also you should discuss. First, you decide yourself, and definitely you have to see the future of this particular subject, whether this subject is going to lead you to a certain goal of your life. And then accordingly, you talk to your parents and decide your mind. Okay, because you know that now this is the time which when it was supposed to be after your IGCSE exam, you should have thought about it. But right now, since you don't have anything else to do, the exam is not there, so you need to think about it. What do you say, Bas? Isn't it needed right this moment? You have to decide your mind. What do you say? Alpa, would you like to say something? Yes, Alpa, I want to hear from you. Are you thinking about it? Yes, Alpa. About means like what are you going to do in your future life? What are the
Miss, I could barely hear you. Wait,
it?
maybe I should disconnect.
I cannot hear you as well, like not that good.
Why, dear? Am I okay? Let me check. No, it's okay, dear. Okay, I'll speak out a bit loud. Then I think it will be clear for you. So I was asking Alpa that did you decide or are you thinking about all this? Like what are you going to do? Which subject will you be studying and continuing your level? That will lead to a certain direction. Are you thinking about all this?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, fine.
I guess I would take.
Yes, say.
Uh,
Yes, Alpha.
I plan on taking the science subjects and math, and maybe computer. Not sure about that.
Okay. The science subject, then it will become physics, chemistry, biology. These 3.
Yes.
Along with that, computer you want to take.
Math. Computer. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, math. So if you take math, then altogether it will become 4 subjects. Okay, fine, no problem. Some of the students do carry on with 4. Mostly they go for 3. If you want, you can continue. Because if you take math, then it will be like both the doors will be open for you. Means you can join the engineering stream after the A level, or you can go to the medical stream. Both the doors will be open for you. So that's a good idea. But first of all of you, it's not only Olga, I'm asking all of you to talk to yourself. Means ask yourself, what I'm comfortable with? What should I carry on? Because after that, you cannot have the time to change it. Because you know, if you start the A level, next Jan you'll be writing unit 1 of all the subjects that you're going to teach. So there's no more time to think about it. Now it's already April going on, right? So inshallah, if the school reopens, then you have to enroll for the A level, right? So these serious discussions, you should do it with your parents and others. And definitely after giving away these records to the exam coordinator or the coordinator, British Council coordinator of school, there will be something coming up for the results and all. That will go to the Cambridge, and accordingly, according to the particular time, they will give us the result. And with that result, we'll be moving forward. But you know that you do have always an option that if you're not satisfied with any result they are going to provide you, you can carry on for the repeat for the next session is October, November. It is always there for you. And one more thing, the studies that we are doing now, it is going to be a kind of help for you for the A-level. You'll see that these radioactivity chapters, this thermal physics and electricity, current electricity, all you are going to have in A-level one more time if you are studying physics. Just an enhanced idea, enhanced knowledge you will be getting there. That's it. It's going to enhance your knowledge a little bit more. Because this is the groundwork of A-level units. On the top, you'll be getting more structures. Okay? Fine. I hope all of you have found the variant that I was discussing with you. That is 43, major 90. And that is page 13, question number 7. I'm doing. Ready, girls? All of you have that, that in front of you? Okay, let's start. Here they say it's a light question. Figure 7.1 shows light approaching a boundary between two materials at speed v. Okay. Even though we know the speed of light in air, that is 3.0 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, but they said to consider it as v. No problem. The speed of the light after crossing the boundary, it becomes 1.3 times v. Okay, fine. So now they say, just look at the diagram they provided to us. They're asking, determine the angle of incidence. I want someone to tell me.
90 minus 50 equals 30 degrees.
90 minus 50 is?
30 degrees.
No, dear. Check. The subtraction is wrong. Anita?
Sorry, Miss.
40
Oh, it's 14,
degrees.
sorry. 40
Yeah,
degree.
definitely. It is 40 degrees. Okay. Now they say, calculate the angle of refraction. As we know that if I want to find out the angle of refraction, I need to know certain things. Means mu equals to VA by VM. That is one equation we have. Mu equals to sin I by sin R.
Sin
Here, yes, we have
We have
I.
1 by sin C as well.
But it is not about the critical angle, so I cannot go for that equation. Among these two equations, if I want to use, I can say that I don't have mu, so I cannot use mu equals to sin I by sin R to find out R. So I have to find out mu first of all. So I want to go with the first equation. 3. Okay. So the first equation is mu equals VA by VM. So I want you to substitute the values and tell me what is the answer you are getting. If you want, you can keep it as a fraction also, no problem. Mu equals to VA by VM. So what is our VA in this corresponding values for this question? What is VA? Speed of light in air. They gave us V, isn't it, in the question? So you'll be writing V as the numerator. And Vm is the speed of light in another medium. If you look at the question, it is 1.3 V. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. So then you can see V is getting cancelled. So it will become 1 by 1.3. Let it be like this. We don't want to go for decimal at this moment. Later it will be decimal. Okay. Now I will go for that equation. Mu equals to sin I by sin R. And then in place of mu, you write down the value that you found right now. It will become 1 by 1.3 equals, now sin I. I means what? Sin 40 degrees. Because we are right now calculated I is 40 divided by sin R. So the equation came out like this. 1 by 1.3 equals to sin I divided by sin R. Now go for cross multiplication. You'll be getting sin R equals sin 40 multiplied by 1.3. Okay. And we are doing R. So R equals to, it will become sin inverse, bracket, sin 40 multiplication 1.3. Anika, are you following me?
No, miss.
Did you come to this stage, this step that I told you right now? R equals to sin I by sin inverse, bracket, sin 40 multiplied by 1.3. Did you come to that point?
Yes, I'm doing this. Actually, I'm not with my calculator, so I can't give you the answer, but I'm writing down the steps.
Okay. But you should have your calculator beside you all the time there. I need the answer. Otherwise, how will we understand a calculation is right or wrong? Okay. Is there
I'll
anyone
just bring
who
it.
finished this calculation and tell me the answer? Others like Arpa, Zareen, Rahma. Could you give me the answer? Mehreen, are you following? I want the answer from yes.
57.
Yes. Did it come 57 directly or it was a decimal? Because I got this.
56.7.
Yeah, we can
Yes.
continue with that, no problem. So we'll write down 56.7 degrees. That's it. Even if you don't round it up, no problem. Because we are allowed to keep the result in 1 degree. So we can keep it like this. Anika, you got the same answer, 56.7 degrees?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I think we are done with question number 7. Now let's go to question number 8. It's a current electricity question, and all of you look at the diagram. They gave us a 240 volt main supply connected to an air conditioner unit and a freezer. A fuse X is placed in the circuit as shown. Okay. They have only two components which is connected, as well as they have a fuse. The freezer has an operating power of 700 watts. Okay, air condition, they did not say anything, but the freezer they do. Okay, so they say calculate the current in the freezer. Now, I want to ask you a question first. What is the voltage across air condition as well as the freezer?
It's 240.
How did you come to know that?
Bec-
Say.
How did I come to know it?
Mhm.
Because there is no resistor or something like that around it, so it's obviously 240 volt.
No, dear. Because they are connected in parallel circuit. If they were in series, that 240 would have divided among these two components. But now these two are in parallel circuit with the 240 volt supply. So definitely both of them are going to experience the same voltage. Fine.
Yes.
So you remember that it's a parallel circuit. Now the freezer has an operating voltage. Calculate the current in the freezer. So we know the formula P equals to VI. From there, I want you to calculate I and tell me the answer. You have to rearrange, substitute the value and give the answer. And the equation is P equals to VI. All of you check the answer.
Miss, is it 2.9?
2.9 ampere. Don't forget that. Huh?
2.9 ampere.
Ampere. Right. Good. Now, let's go for the part B. The maximum operating current of the air conditioner is 7.5 ampere. Okay, fine. They did not provide us the power of it, but they have given us the current that it needs to function. Good. Fuses of the current rating 1, 3, 5, 10, 30 and 30 ampere are available. Okay. Even I told you in the class also that we have certain numbers of fuse available in the market. So after doing the calculation, we have to find out among these 4 or 5 options that we have, which one are we going to use for this particular purpose. So let us count the fuse rating. How will we do that? First, if you just look at the diagram as we say, they say that the air conditioner needs 7.5 ampere and the freezer we have calculated 2.9. So let us find out what is the total current for this. So then if you just add it, and you know, in this calculation, you have to show the addition. Otherwise, you'll not be scoring marks. So let us add 2.9 plus 7.5. It comes up 10.4 ampere. So if we just look at all these options, which one are you going to take? Among
13 ampere.
Yes, 13 ampere, definitely. Because sometimes students feel that 10.4, so I will stick to 10. No, you remember you have to always go to a higher value than your calculated value. And the highest or higher nearest value. So definitely I cannot go to 30 ampere. I have to stick to 13 ampere. Okay. So after getting it, we'll be writing, they said reason 1 and 2. Two reasons we have to write down, that why did you choose, or why did we choose 13 ampere. So, Zareen, could you give me one of the reasons that you have written over there, or what do you think about
If the fuse rating it was too high, then it would take a lot of current to reach that one.
it?
So it would be dangerous, I guess, for the appliances.
Yes,
And
yes, very good.
and if the rating was too low, then the fuse would blow or melt. But the nothing when the appliances would work at their normal voltage.
Okay, yes, correct. But
If it was too low.
yeah, it's fine. But you mentioned there when it is low, it will melt before the two appliances start to work normally, because they need more current to function normally. They will not even work. Before that, this fuse is going to melt or blow, right? So we cannot use a lower value. At the same time, we cannot go for a higher value. Yes, your answer is absolutely right. Okay, now I want to ask Anika, did you finish this answer? I hope you could follow Zareen, the answer she has given to us. That's absolutely correct.
Yes, I got her answer, but then
You make it
are
your
these?
own answer.
Yes.
Yeah. First, you remember, as we say, that when the rating, if you choose a rating which is lower than the desired current or required current, definitely the fuse will blow or melt before this appliances starts working. And if you use a higher value, it will not even blow. With a very higher current, can easily pass through and damage the appliance, which can be really dangerous. Okay. Now,
Yes, miss.
fine. Let's go to the next page. Just turn the page and check. There's a question written. A fuse is made out of a short length of wire. Explain why fuses of a higher rating are made of thicker wire. Okay, now first you tell me what is the property of a thicker wire? Say a thicker wire, what is the property? They have given us
It was something with resistance.
definitely.
Resistance is lower because they're
Less
inversely proportional.
Yes.
The thickness of the wire with
Allows more current to
resistance.
flow through.
Yes, and it will melt and it will damage your particular appliance. As well as the heating effect can be, we can calculate by the formula I squared R, because they say make the thicker wire, yes, short length of wire, yes. So look, we are using a thin and a short length of wire. So thin wire is giving us more resistance, correct girls? And as we are using a short length of wire, that is also giving us a small resistance. So we are using a small wire or a short length of wire, then it is getting less, but at the same time we are making it thinner. So the resistance is going higher. That is why, so we'll first start with this equation. R is inversely proportional to A, means R is proportional to 1 by A. So then you'll be writing thicker wire has low resistance, which allows more current to pass and melt. Okay. Then I think then you can mention about the heating effect, because more current, if it flows, then the heating effect will also be more. So you can just write down the heating effect can be found by the formula that is I square R. Now I want you to go to the next part of the question, part D. Done, girls? Shall I proceed?
Yes, miss.
Electrical energy can be obtained from renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. Okay, state two renewable sources of energy. Oh, it's a general.
Solar energy and hydroelectric energy.
Yes, any type of renewable energy you can. Okay. State one social, economic, or environmental disadvantages of one of your answers to D1. So if you mention solar and hydroelectric, so from there, one of these procedure, you have to write down a disadvantage. Two advantage it has to be, like one will be social, another one will be economic or environmental. So what could be the social disadvantage you want to discuss from these two topics? Will you pick solar or hydroelectric? Because both have
Hydroelectric.
you want to. Okay, fine. So what is your social disadvantage?
Well, we're using up water for making electricity. That water could be used by other people for their own uses.
I don't think so, dear. That's the correct answer.
Okay.
Because we are collecting that water from due to the rain and from the river. So it has nothing to do with the other people, right? Okay, one thing can be
Then
there
I don't know
because,
what could be the social.
okay, if you pick hydroelectric, social problem is that, sometimes due to raining a lot, this dam is the place where we keep the water, means we trap the water behind that dam. So it can overflow. So to save the dam, we have to open it to allow the water, and that can flood the surrounding area. That can be a social problem. Flooding due to the overflow of water behind the dam. Okay. And the second one, that is economic and environmental. Even this flooding thing that we say, that can be an environmental disadvantage as well. Okay. But economic is that, of course, it needs a huge amount of the installation cost of you making this dam and
Highly
keeping
expensive.
it is expensive. Building this hydroelectric process or hydroelectric power station is very expensive. Okay. And if you keep solar in your mind, then we can say that, okay, first disadvantage is that sun is not available all the time, right, for the solar panel. So this can be one a disadvantage. Another one we can say, okay, another one is like it is going to occupy a huge land, isn't it? And also can cause like your vision pollution, isn't it? Because it's not, it's occupying a huge space as well as the vision pollution can also be. So we can say that point also. Okay. I think we are done with it. Shall I go to question number
9?
Yes, I think we should go to question number 9. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, all of you take question number 9. What is written there? I want to continue from that. Yes, it is written. Okay, first they have given us a symbol of a component. We have to write down the name of it. So, what is the name of this component?
Light dependent
Light
resistor.
dependent resistor.
Yes, fine, very good. LDR. And if it was LED, then what could be the possible symbol? If it was LED,
Well, then it,
say, what will be the change of this symbol if it was LED? Now it is LDR, but if it is
it
LED,
would.
Say, actually that
I
time,
say that to have a triangle.
no, the same thing will be there, only the arrows will be outwards.
Arrows will go upwards.
Exactly, means light emitting diode. And here we are saying light dependent resistor. Light has to fall on it, that will change the resistance of this particular resistor. Fine. Then they say, okay, you have to draw the truth table of the NOR gate. I think this one you can do. Right?
Is
NOR
this?
gate.
Yes.
Yes, here we know that when it is at least one
Zeros
output,
will give an output of 1 and others all will give 0.
always 0. Very good. Let's go for that next page. Okay, here also they have given us a combination gate of 2 logic gates together, and they're asking us to complete the truth table. Okay, now all of you look at it and you can give me the answer as well. Here we have an intermediate point, that is D. So that will be for the first part, and then together D and C will give us the output E. So I want you to check and tell me. If anyone has completed this answer, you can give me the answer now. What will be the intermediate point D?
Yes.
Yeah. Say.
I got disconnected and I got
Yes.
connected now.
It's so.
What were we doing?
That is C,
Okay.
part C of the question, and intermediate point D. You can give me what is the possible answer that you're getting at D.
So AB is a NAND gate. So we'll have
0 and 1 will give us a 1.
1.
Yes.
And then 1. And then we have 0.
And then again 0 we are getting. Because again we have one option. So it is a 0. Fine. Then
it's 1 1 0 0.
yes. Then now you consider C and D to get E. 1 and
Okay.
1 is going to give us,
1 and 1 is going to give us 1.
yes, again 1, 1, again 1.
1.
Okay, then
Then
0,
0, 0.
0, 1, 0,
And then 1, 1, 1. Oh, 1,
1.
0 is 1.
1, yes, fine, good, done. So now check the next part of the question. Referring to a simple electron model, state what distinguishes electrical conductors from the electrical insulators. It's a static electricity question. In that chapter, we talked about it, that whenever we have certain elements which are conductors and certain elements which are insulators, they have a certain pattern of electrical structure. So we found that conductors, do you remember that conductors do have certain things in their outer shell? They have less number of electrons in the outer shell, which
Yes.
which are or which is free to move. That is why they are good conductors or
Yeah.
conductors. And insulators have their
They have
outermost
more number of electrons.
yes, our outermost shell filled. We say almost filled or filled, and they are and those are the fixed electrons which cannot move. That's the point. I think they have given us 1 month, but we'll try to about it. So we can just write down conductors have free electrons which are allowed to move. Insulators have fixed electrons which are not allowed to move or which don't move. That's it. Okay. Now let's go to part 10 of the question. That is page,
The last question.
yes, page 18,
Oh no.
question number 10.
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay, since Anika, you are following all my classes very nicely, I want to ask you a question. That is, did you thought about your future in scale level, what you will study?
Well, Miss, I was planning to take physics in like for the in school, but then I won't go for um, like A levels for physics because I believe that I need to work even more in physics. Though physics, I really love the subject, but then I'm not like
Okay, fine.
extracting all what I need the way I want. So
Okay.
I don't think I won't be giving physics in
Okay.
A levels, but then I'll be taking physics in school.
Okay, but what other subjects will be taking? Because as I told you, you need minimum 3
For A levels, I'm planning to take 4 subjects.
Hmm.
It's chemistry, bio, math, and English. That's it.
Math and English. Okay, I'm not
Yes.
sure because in the recent years we didn't have any English students. It was long back, 4 to 5 years back, we had a single student in English. Till now, I think we didn't have any students. Okay, fine. You check with the school. If they offer you, then you can take. No problem.
If they agree with that, then I'll have English, or else it's just 3 subjects.
Oh, this subject. No problem.
But for computer and physics, I'll take those subjects in school.
Okay, fine. No problem. You can continue, and if you are comfortable with that, then you can register for the examination. No problem.
But by then, if I get really, by then, if I get easy with physics, then I might get A levels.
Oh, because you have time. But as I told you, that whatever you do, you have to do it fast, as you'll be getting in Jan.
For now, I'm decided about the subjects. For now, I'm decided about the subjects, but I'm just saying that like while doing class, if it becomes easy for me, physics, then I'm gonna definitely go for it. But if it doesn't, then it's final. The subjects, those 4 subjects.
And I think most of you might be knowing that in each subject you have 6 units in 11. In 11, that is the AS we say, we have three units for all the subjects. And like physics, we have unit 1 and unit 2. And unit 3 is just like our paper 6 in anti-60. Whatever practical things that we'll be learning in unit 1 and 2, that will come in unit 2. Okay, and then again in A2, that is grade 12, you'll be having 3 more. That is 4, 5, that will be the theory subject. And 6 will again become the alternative to practical. So like that, and altogether, and you know that AS itself is a degree. So some universities do allow with the AS result to get admission. But if you go with the A2, then together it will be a combined result, the one will be called advanced level or A level. Okay, so inshallah, in times you'll be coming to know about all these systems and all. That will help you that time. But at this moment, as we are doing, but since you'll be stepping into that, that's why I told you all this. I hope you you understand that, right, girls? Your next step is for A level. That is why you're seeing that. Okay. Now let's take question number 10. Okay, this is a generator question. And you can see that we have given us a diagram about the generator. On figure 10.2, okay, sketch a graph to show how the electromotive force induced varies with the time of one revolution of the coil. Okay. Assuming that the coil starts in the horizontal position in figure 1. Fine. To label the points at the time axis where the coil has completed 1/4 revolution and 3/4 revolution. Okay, fine. So now you tell me, if you remember, when this coil is parallel, means the way they should to the horizontal position, means the way they gave us the diagram of the figure 10.1. What do we know about that? Means at that position, what do you expect? From there, if it starts rotating, will it produce more electrical energy because it is motion causing current?
Yes.
Okay, so or will it produce less current? It is going to the less current side or going to the...
It will produce more current.
Yes. So when we are drawing, actually means that before that you have to remember it's an alternating generator. So AC current. AC means what type of wave? The sine wave. Remember the normal, that is the
half cycle thing.
Yes, means it's a wave, sinusoidal wave, the one alternating wave one. Okay, so the way the diagram is given, welcome back, girls. Get connected with me again. Okay, let us finish this question that I was discussing with you, number 10. Okay, now, as I was telling you, that this wave will be nothing but the sinusoidal wave or the AC wave. So you'll be starting, okay, first you do one thing, girls, from 0, the middle line that you have given to us, measure in both the sides a certain distance. As you know that when we are going to draw a wave, we have to ensure the amplitude should be the same. So you do one thing, just consider that 1 centimeter above 0 and below 0, you put 2 mark and draw a dotted line horizontally. So that when we are drawing the wave, we have to touch those 2 lines to ensure equal amplitude. Did you understand, girls, what I'm saying to you? Naveen, did you understand? And how did I ask you to draw? Okay, what about the rest of the girls? Why they are not joining? Okay, let me see. Yes, that's. So I told you. Yes, Nadine, did you understand how to draw this wave?
No, could you repeat that?
Oh, you don't have the paper in front of you?
I do.
Okay, so as I told you, that from 0, you have to just measure a certain distance above and below and put 2 dotted lines across. Because I told you that when we are drawing the wave, we have to ensure it should have the same amplitude. For that, we need to do this. Okay. What happened to the rest of the girls? Did they get my link? Let me check. Okay, let's see. How many of them are here now? Okay, fine, I'll continue. So, as I told you, like that, when we, okay. Yes, I can see they're drawing now. It's good so that we can complete that question. So, I told you that from 0 or the middle line, from the middle line, you just measure a certain distance above and below. Means you can measure 1 centimeter above and 1 centimeter down and draw a horizontal line. 2 horizontal lines on either side of the middle line. And then, as I told you, that you just, it's your wish. You can go for around like 1 centimeter up or 1 centimeter down, no problem. Then, as I say that when we are going to have this horizontal one, means we are going to have highest amount of magnetic field lines cut, the highest percentage of cutting of magnetic field lines. So definitely we have to start from the peak. Means you are going to start from the highest point. Think about 1 centimeter above you have a line. From there you just start drawing, and one more thing we have to draw in the middle line. You divide 4. Means after each centimeter you put a single dot. After each centimeter. Okay. So from the peak you come to that centimeter point, first point, and go down and leave 1 centimeter. Means the next centimeter point out, and then complete the width or complete the width. So you are getting actually a kind of a V shape. Did you understand, girl? Because they told you have to write down 1/3 revolution, sorry, 1/4 revolution and 3/4 revolution. Okay, you have to do that. So I'm going to do one thing. I'll just take a picture of this one and send it to you so that you can think what will be the possible pattern of the graph. So that you can understand. Okay, 1 minute, girls. I want to give you that photograph so that you can check it. Okay. Now I want you to check the diagram first and tell me, did you understand how the diagram has to be?
I'll just check, Miss.
Yes, sure. Please. Because I want you to check the diagram.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's why I was telling you that you have to ensure you're starting from a certain height. And that will be representing the amplitude or the highest voltage produced by the coil. They did not give us any value, but we're going to just consider one. Means we are going to choose a particular point. And then you can see that it went down. When it is going down and it cut the x-axis, that time we are going to say this is 1/4 of rotation. After that, it will go to the other side, to the negative side. Then it will be again another 4. And then when it reaches to the middle point one more time, it becomes 3. And finally, it will go to the top. That will be the complete rotation. Got it now, girls?
Yes, Miss.
Very good. Now they are asking, next question, they explain why an EMF is induced only when the coil is turning. In fact,
Because
already I
magnetic
told you.
field line being cut.
Yes, that is the point. As the coil moves in the magnetic field, it cuts the magnetic field lines and induces an EMF. That is called motion causing current. Is it, girls? I think you can just write down the answer. Correct.
Yes, Miss.
Now, turn the page. It has another part of the question, that is C of this question number 10. They say, state the name of the components labeled P and Q and state their purpose. Okay. If you just
Miss,
go back, P and Q, what are
Slip ring
they?
commutator, right?
Yes, slip ring, not split.
Yes. That's what I
Slip-
said. Slip ring
Yeah,
commutator.
slip ring commutator, correct. And what is the purpose?
What do they do? Let me
Yes.
think.
Yes. Nihal, could you tell me what is the purpose of using a slip ring commutator? Do you remember? Nihal, Alia, anyone can give me the answer? Do you remember what was the purpose of it? We discussed two purposes of it.
Miss, it allows continuous rotation of that.
Yes, in fact, that is correct.
Yeah.
Here, it allows or makes the coil to rotate continuously,
Yes,
or
miss.
ensures a continuous rotation of the coil. That's it. Correct answer. Okay. Now, state two possible changes that cause a larger EMF to be induced.
Increasing the turns of the coil
Mm-hmm.
and then increasing the strength of the magnet,
Yes, as well as we can increase the speed of the
area
rotation.
of the coil.
Area of the coil, speed of the coil, speed of the
Yes.
rotation of the coil. Yeah, fine, right answer. No problem. Good answer. Okay. If you are done, then I can proceed to question number 11.
Yes, yes.
Now, 11A, they say americium is a radioactive isotope. A nucleus of americium contains 95 protons and 146 neutrons. It decays by emitting an alpha particle to form a nucleus of an isotope of neptunium. Fine. Write down the Euclid equation for the decay of americium to neptunium. Okay. I want you to write down the equation. Could you do that first? Write down and send it to me on this WhatsApp group. I want to check the answer because I want you to write down the answer yourself.
Okay, Miss.
Yes, do it. I'll check. And we'll just send it on the WhatsApp. I want to check the answer.
Where is it again?
Yes.
Where is my pencil?
Yes, I'm waiting. Do it.
So,
Yes. Yes, you can do it. I'm waiting.
yes. Alpha particle. 2 plus
Do the calculation and send me. I can see. It is an americium and they gave us all
Miss,
the
I'm done.
values.
Do it.
Yeah, send it. In the WhatsApp group, I want to check.
Miss, I'm done. I'll send you.
Yes, sure. Okay. On the WhatsApp group, our Great Kenny group, you send it, I want to check.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is americium and it is releasing an alpha particle and it will become a neptunium. So let us take this calculation came out, the equation. They gave us 4 marks. So it's very important for us to know how it came out.
Miss,
Okay.
is it fine?
No, yeah, okay. Seems like it is okay because I didn't get the full diagram. Okay, now I got it. Yes, let me see here. Okay. Yeah, I think it's correct. Correct. Fine. No problem. Okay. Now let's go for the next part of the question, part B. Check all of you. What is there? Okay. Now, if you just look at it, ionization smoke detectors. We discussed this one in the uses of alpha, beta, and gamma radiation. So they're saying, let's have a look at it. Let's see. This is here. Ionization smoke detectors contain americium and 2 small electrodes with a small voltage between them. The air between the electrode is ionized by alpha particle so that there is a small electric current between the electrodes. Surgeons can explain the effect of smoke on the current between the electrodes in the smoke detector. Okay. So they're asking that what will happen to the current? Will it increase or decrease in between the 2 electrodes? Will it increase or decrease?
I think it would decrease.
Yes. In fact, it will decrease. And you know why? Why will it decrease? Alpha particle is a charged ion, so it will be absorbed by the smoke. Smokes are having negative particles, so the current is going to decrease there. Yes, that's the correct answer. So the solution is current is decreasing. Alpha particle gets absorbed by the smoke particles. Because we know a positively charged particle will easily get absorbed by a negatively charged particle. So it will get decreased. Number of negative particles is getting decreased, so the current is getting decreased. Okay. Now the last question is say, suggest 2 reasons for using alpha particle emitter in a smoke detector. Okay.
Because alpha particle is a good absorber?
Not really. It's nothing to do with absorption.
Or they are good at attracting electrons or something. I don't know.
First of all, alpha particle is highly ionized. In fact, in alpha, if you
Highly
compare,
ionizing.
yes, alpha, beta, and gamma, alpha is the best ionizer. So alpha particles are highly ionized. This is part number one. Okay, and one more thing is there. If you remember about the range, because you know the smoke detector will be very small, so you have to use a radiation which can be confined within this short range compartment. So that can also be, because we know that
So
alpha
alpha
particle
particle has short range.
short range. And if you remember, we said a certain amount of air can in fact absorb or stop alpha particle. So that is a good point for this particular use. So short range and
So
highly
it's
ionized.
highly ionizing and short range.
Yes, both of them. Okay, now today we have around 8 to 9 minutes. So what should you do? Shall I go to October, November this one, or I want to do one paper 3? I want to start. Remember paper 6 was left for us for this 2019. Do you remember? Because tomorrow I want to go for October, November 41, 42, 40. What do you say, guys?
Okay.
So
It's okay, miss.
yeah. So do you remember whether I did 62 October, November with you? 62 October, November 19? I'm not sure. Did you just check whether it was done? I think I
You
did.
didn't, miss.
I did,
No, you
right?
didn't.
Okay. So, or is it 61? Oh, I remember. 61 was done for us. That planning
We did
question about
6-1. We did 6-1.
okay, fine. So let's go to 62. Do you have with you in front of you now? Or could you find it out? 62.
I need to down. I'll just take 1 minute to download it.
Okay,
But could
good.
you please tell me, is it October, November?
October. 62 October, November 2019. The rest of you girls, could you find that question in front of you now? Because tomorrow I want to do 41, 42, 43 of October. So as we have finished that question, I want to take one of the paper 6. That is 62 October, November 9. Even if we can't finish it today, tomorrow we'll start with this one. And then we'll go to 41 October. Okay, allocate check 62.
Miss downloaded.
Very good. So let's start. Alia, do you have in front of you 62 October, November 19? Alia, you have it with you? Okay, I think she's not there. Okay, fine. Let's continue. Okay, question number 1. They say a student investigates a pendulum in figure 1.1 and 1.2 shows some of the apparatus used. Okay, the student adjusts the length of the pendulum until the distance d. Okay, if you just look at the distance, you will see that the distance is measured from the point of suspension to the center of the bob. Isn't it? This point is
Yes,
to
miss.
be noted. Yes. So they are asking, state one precaution that you would take to obtain the length 50 centimeter as accurately as possible. It's about the length that we are going to calculate. So, what are you going to write down in this particular question? You're measuring a length, remember that. So, I think you can get the answer.
Using a meter rule?
Of course, we are using, but what is the precaution you'll be taking to read out from
Looking line of
So
eyesight.
your eyesight is
perpendicular.
perpendicular to the readings to avoid
Yes.
parallel error.
Very good answer. Both of you are correct. You will be writing that one. So, by keeping the line of eyesight perpendicular to the reading of meter rule. And why are we doing that?
To avoid parallax error.
Fine. Thanks. Now, let's go to part B. The student displaces the bob slightly and releases it so that it swings. Shows that one, figure 1.2. Okay, he measures the time T for 20 complete oscillation. In the first row of the column, we have to find out the time T. So, all of you look at the table, they give us table 1.1. T per second, you'll be writing 27.60. Then T, capital T. Capital T is actually nothing but the time period. So, we are going to divide this time by 20 because it was 20 complete oscillation. After dividing, you'll be writing T, capital T, which is the time period in seconds. So someone give the division and quickly tell me the answer. You have to divide this one by 20 to get the time period. Okay, Alia, I hope you got the question now and going through along with us. Yes. Okay.
Miss, is it 2.5?
No, dear. Could you check it again? 27.6 divided by 20. We are dividing by 20.
Oh,
20.
sorry.
20 or 6.
Okay, it's 1.4, like 38, 1.38.
Keep it 2dp because the rest of the values are all given in 2d. So let us keep it in 2d.
So it's 1.38.
Fine. Now beside it, there's the column t square. So you just make it square and write down the answer one more time. Okay. So what's the answer coming out? When you make it t square?
It's 1.9.
Yeah, we can keep it, but make sure you're writing 1.90 because you can see
Yes.
there's another value 3.20. Yes, 2d. Even though 0 doesn't carry any value, but we have to write it about it.
Yes.
After that, you have to place a graph. So this one can be your homework. After doing, you can just send me the diagram or photograph. I can check it. Okay. And after doing that, we can solve the part E of the question. So these two are dependent on each other. So this is your homework. You do it. By the time I want to go to question number 2 because we have few minutes in our hand. But make sure tomorrow I will complete this question first, then I'll go to fourth one. Because 3 days this week I have with you, so I can do that. So now you just take question number 2. They say they gave us a circuit and they are making the find the I from the circuit. They have given us a diagram. Could you read out the emitter reading and tell me what's the answer? Okay, what's the answer coming up in this photograph of the emitter? Did you get the answer? Anyone?
0.56 ampere.
Yes.
I think it is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 0.56 ampere. Don't forget A because 2 marks is given. You have to write down the unit.
Yes, miss.
Now, quickly turn the page. Part B. There is a table given to us, and you have to complete the column heading. That is voltage. Definitely it is V, and resistance that will be ohm. Correct. Then they told us that there's a blank space, we have to fill it, and we know the equation R equals to V by I, and the voltage will be given 0.6, and that the current we found initially that was 0.56. If you divide, check what's the answer coming up. 0.60 divided by how much?
Just a minute, miss.
Yes.
0.60
divided by 0.56.
0.03.
Could you check it again? 0.6.
It's V by I, right?
Exactly. So 0.6 divided by 0.56. So what will become? Okay. Because I got more than one. That's why I'm asking you to check. Let me check again. Yeah, 0.06 divided by 0.56.
I got 1.0714, so 1.1, I guess. 1.07.
Yeah, we can do that. So 1.1 can be the correct answer. Yeah, fine. Okay. So I think as it is almost 1, yeah, it is 1 o'clock. So I want to finish my class now. Tomorrow, inshallah, remind me, I will do this question first, 62, and then 63, then
Yes,
I'll go
miss.
back to
As I was
40.
saying, it's 0.6 divided by 20, right?
Not 20 here. 0.56. 0.60 divided by 0.56. That was the emitter reading in the previous part of the
okay.
So you will get around 1.
It's 1.2, 1.07.
So make it 1.1 or 1.07 also you can write, no problem. Because they wrote all the answer in 2D. Okay, fine. So I want to end my class today. Inshallah, tomorrow I will solve this question first, then 63. So our paper 6 will be completely over. Then I'll go to 40. Okay?
Okay.
Inshallah, this week I think we'll be able to complete the whole 29. Okay?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, guys, I want to finish my class today. All of you, stay safe, stay well, and inshallah, we are going to meet again at the same time.
Take care, Miss.
You
Thank
too,
you.
dear. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.